So I'm clearly short here, way down at 66.25 at the time. I was just fading the little bit of extreme that was there on the upside and the edge, just kind of against that standard deviation, that second standard deviation. As you can see, first several times, especially whenever the market's just being kind of rotational. Not really rotational, but not really going anywhere. It tends to have a hard time at those standard deviations, and you can see we bumped our heads up against this several times and then backed off, and that's kind of what I was expecting so far. I am willing to risk all the way up to, I believe I have my stop way up at 106. That is definitely going to be something that hurts if I take that loss, but that's clearly where, in my opinion, I'd be in the wrong. I'm still looking for this to come back in. And if it does come in, I might take it off for a few points. I am looking for this to come back in towards that 144 simple moving average. We haven't visited it since around 10:15 in the morning. So on this little pullback here, we technically don't have any afternoon pullback low or anything like that. So there really hasn't been any relief for the buy side. You know what I mean? So the buyers have been strong. There has been some ebb and flow trades where you can get in short, and obviously every time we popped up here, right, you can get in short, get out, get in short, and get out, right? There's been ebb and flow trades. Right now, that's just not really working. Just trying to see how interested the buyers are actually buying up here above 1680. If they are strong, then clearly I'll be in the wrong, and they'll continue to grind this thing up another 20 points to that 104 area, and clearly I'll be out pretty big at that point, which it sucks. Right now I'm out 625. It's not fun being out that, but I could have taken this off sooner for a smaller amount, and then obviously when we pulled back, then I could have taken it off for a little bit smaller amount there. But I still believe the short isn't necessarily incorrect. This is just kind of being stretched out right now. It's being fueled by pretty much just short covering and some momentum buying since that auction came out. And we had a 2-year auction or some shit like that, and that shouldn't necessarily fuel the market. And as you can see in ES over here, we've been fairly rotational. We have just set a new high on the day, but we've been coming back into that 63.75, 63.50 area, and been happy coming back into that area. NASDAQ was kind of doing the same, except for they've been one time framing up for, was that 1, 2, 3, 4 time frames in a row now. So I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback. Not sure if I'm going to get it. Obviously, if I'm wrong, I'll be stopped out of this trade. I do kind of expect some type of pullback. Hopefully it happens before I get stopped out. But they are just eating away, just kind of grinding towards the high. There really hasn't been any taper near the highs. But this is all, clearly momentum buying. Like, it's not even heavy volume on this push up, like, at all. There's really no heavy volume. What are we doing here? Yeah, it's a very light volume that's pushing this thing up, which is crazy to think that such light volume could drive this market up so much. If you look at the little volume bars down here, it's last time frame was the lightest. This time frame is going to be close to being one of the lightest of the day. We still have 15 minutes left. We're about to have the turnover here. Let's see which way that points us. I'm not comfortable, if I'm being honest. I'm not in a comfortable position right now. I guess clearly the better trade would have been to be on the short side. And prior to taking this trade, I was up on the day. I definitely probably should have just closed it down and taken my measly little, I think I was up 180 on the day. There was a little rollover, kind of popped up to a new high. Not very happy, to be honest with myself, but we'll see. This thing could either come in and we stopped the one time framing up, get a little bit of an afternoon pullback low situation, oh, and if you hear that in the background, that is Paul on the Discord. So you're hearing Paul in the background. But yeah, I'm just kind of looking to see, maybe do we stop the one time framing up, or do we continue to one time frame up? We get that 104.50 level, I get stopped out, take my big old loss, and we go trend in the NASDAQ, or do we not go trend? We pull back here, stop the one time framing up, and then continue to pull back just a hair more, maybe get a wire point of control moved up. Right now we're 1 2 3 4 5 wide, right around that 1629 level. We could get 5 wide right here at the 1650 level, which would make me a little bit of hay. I'm looking to get out at 57.75. So that's just below, or just above where we stop, or just below where we would stop the one time framing here. And then if we did pull back, that is the only area that we could get. I guess we can get 5 wide at 41.75, but in order for us to bring point of control up, we would need to get 5 wide around that 50 level to the 41 level. So anywhere between 40 and 50, we would need to get 5 wide there to move point of control up, which wouldn't be a bad thing for the market to have a little bit of a pullback. Right now, the 144 simple moving average is sitting around that 51 level as well. I am going to add to this position. It is going to increase my risk, and I'm willing to accept that on the thesis that on everything that I just told you, right? I'm expecting the one-time framing down to stop, and I'm not expecting the trend to hold, as I think this is mostly just short covering and momentum buying. If I pull over Paul's stream here with his market profile, I'm too damn cheap to go in on a profile. It's like $300 a month, and I'm not spending that. But you can see there's like a lot of white up here, right? There's not a lot of purple volume there, so that just shows there's not a whole lot of volume or a lot of buyer stepping up here. All right, it's not like in ES. You can see here around where that point of control is, around 63. See how there's a lot of purple there? There's a lot of volume being done there. There's not a lot of volume being done up here. So just kind of looking for this thing to come in, stop the one-time framing, and then maybe test that 144 simple moving average on the downside. So we'll see what happens here. Average is now 71.75. And if they continue to grind up, I'm wrong, I get stopped out. But I think we have a good opportunity to pull back here. Obviously buying longs or buying on the pullback is definitely the better play. Like right now, you could be buying 81.50, on the premises that you are one-time framing up and you think you're going to hold trend, right? You're buying 81.50, 81.75, and you're looking to sell around 85 or 89, right? Where the new high is. It's not the best risk reward up here. The better risk reward would definitely be to buy around where I'm looking to get out of my short at, which is 50, right? If you're a buyer looking to get in down here to rotate back up to that high of day, so your risk reward is a lot better. So that the better risk reward is to buy on the pullback versus buying up here at the highs. That's why I'm thinking this could come in, because once these short-term momentum traders kind of start to get stopped out, it'll cause a little bit of supply, and we start to pull back in, kind of like we are right now, right? See, look, we're coming back in here. I'm still not in a very comfortable position, because they could just pull back in. This could be all the pullback is. I can get out right here for break even, but I still believe in the trade. I still believe in the thought that maybe we can stop the one-time framing down, and I am looking to get out at these levels here. 57.75 and 64 are the two levels I'm looking to get out at. So look at how we're coming in here, pretty good actually. So I it's just it all depends on your style. Like I definitely could have waited for a higher high and began to short, but that auction kind of stretched it out a little bit there. So I do think maybe if we get back above 80, if we do get back up here above 85, I'll probably stop myself out there. I don't know. I got to see how the volume is, right? We got to be able to process what is going on. See, and Paul's saying the same thing right here. Right? He's looking purple down here at 40. Yep. He's saying all these buyers down here should have been paid up here, right? They're taking profits up here. And all these guys up here are now being hurt because it's coming in, right? If you were being a laggard buying up here at the highs, you're getting out, right? You're scared is essentially what's going on. And I'm going to take one off there, 67. All right, now I'm looking to see. See, now I feel a little bit more comfortable, right? Feel a little bit comfortable. A little bit more comfortable, I should say, as this comes in. Right now it's just a game of patience. Now we're just waiting. Now we're just waiting. And I'm gonna flatten out there. 475. I still think we can come to this area down here. And am I leaving some money on the table here? Because I think we can get down to 50. Yeah. But $475 on the day, I'll take it, you know. And like I said, for me not being very comfortable in that trade, I think I managed it well. I think I managed my emotions well there. I even, you know, and even Paul saying that they're possibly going to give up the one-time framing at some point. And I think that too. I'm just very happy with what we did there. $475 on the day. I think we're going to close it out there. I'm going to pause the video. Actually, we're going to let this thing keep going. We're going to see just how this price action works out. Once this time frame ends in the next 7 minutes, I'll pause it, but I'm thinking we'll see the 144 simple moving average before then. Because like I said, all these buyers up here that were thinking we were going to the moon, yes, they made me uncomfortable, but they're being hurt right now. I mean, just look at how it came in. I mean, everybody that was up here, it's just, you know, you got to know your competition. You got to know the market. You got to know how we move. And earlier, right, we failed to hold trend. And for those of you that don't know what trend is, it's like you holding single prints. Holding single prints, we failed to do. Once again, it looks like we are failing to hold single prints. Not looking to go trend. So happy I got out where I got out. Happy with the profits on the day. 23, you know, I'm not out here making 10,000, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, you know. I'm not out here looking for that. I'm not looking for tens and thousands of dollars. I'm just trying to make a little bit a day. Just trying to build the bankroll and continue to grind. As you know, that's what it's about. It's about taking good trades, good setups, and being comfortable with what's going on in that sense. So I think we're going to end it there. Hopefully this this video can showcase a little bit of how I trade. give you guys a little bit of insight on that, and as well as my thought process whenever I'm in a trade like a short. And right now this is a good opportunity to buy. Right on the pullback, you're having a better risk reward buying opportunity here around the 60s level, 65, right, to rotate back up to, say 89. It's because you're technically one time framing up. You should technically begin to continue that. You should go up and see that 89.25 level again, right? So if you're buying here, you have your stop at 55, you're risking 10 points to make, 30 points on the upside, right? So your better risk, or 20 points on the upside. Your risk reward is much better buying down here. So that's why I'm happy to get out where I got out. I still think this market is going to come in a little bit more, potentially establish a point of control, like I was saying, around this 50.25 level, which is where, and Paul's saying the same thing, creating a wider pocket up here. So those are all things you look for in a market. And thanks to Paul Asmar, huge shout out to him. Go check out CamelbackTrading.org. Thanks to him and the great group of people we have in there, I've been able to understand the market a little bit better. So with that, I'm just going to hop off here. I hope you all found this entertaining at the very least, and thanks for watching. Stop by in the evenings, create levels, or I go over destinations and levels, technical analysis on what I see going on in ES primarily. Occasionally I'll do it on the NASDAQ, but primarily ES. So thanks all.